Hello and a very good morning to you. Here we are, we're live once again. Here we are, we're in Spain and it's 11 o'clock in the morning in Spain. It's 10 a.m. in the UK and this is myself and...
Can you see me?
Yes.
Because I can only see me and tiny. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
don't see me too. Okay, this is myself and Guiomar. Welcome to the show. I love when it's live like this. Where all the tiny little hiccups. You're right there. Is your camera okay? Good.
Yep, I guess so. If you can see
Ah,
me fine, then
wonderful.
it's fine.
Okay, well, whilst we're just doing the little setups there and just welcome you to the show, we'll just give you a little bit of intro music.
That's a nice jingle.
Yes, that's our little intro now. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Just we do that at the start and the finish. It's all part to make it all look authentic and different. Anyway, it looks like. I mean, the camera's in here and the lighting today. It looks like it is a gorgeous, hot, sunny day down here in Spain. We have got thunderstorms galore, and it is raining. And even my dog's come in here. He's just down here. He's come in here to observe the show. Yes, there's rain and thunder here in Tirlada, says Deborah. Good morning, Robert, and good morning, everyone else who's joined the show. Lovely to see you. And okay, so loads to tell you today. People have been chatting away with me this week, and we'll all talk about the energy of the day, how we're working with this, the astrology, what astrology is for this week, and what we can expect. And your readings there, if you'd like to write in with questions about things you'd like to discuss, things you'd like us to work with for you. And also what we're going to be doing, we'll be having a little banter going across using our experiences and our training and the professions that we do there and how we work on this particular climate and how we can help you guys and generate some interest here and welcome you all to the show. Totally free. You don't spend any money. You can just grab a cup of coffee, sit down, join us and enjoy the show. So how's that? That's it. Coffee. That's what you need there. And what else? What else can I tell you here? Yes, so Cafe Clairvoyance. What's it all about? Cafe Clairvoyance. This particular show is with myself and Guiomar. Guiomar, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, how are you? How is
I'm very, very
everybody?
well, good. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. I always love your smiley
Here.
face when we come on. It's always happy, smiley, and just ready to go. Ready to go for the day. And good. Robert says it's sunshine here. So he's a happy man. Sunshine here. That's in England there. So lovely.
In
Okay.
England.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
on this
Deborah
show.
says it's rainy also in Tolada. Well, you're in Tolada, right?
Yes, we're in Tirlada. Definitely raining over here. You're not too far away, are you? I think you're about 5 or 6 miles away. 5 or 6 miles away. And no, great to have you here. Okay, Cafe Clairvoyance. Those of you who've never seen what Cafe Clairvoyance is, never been out on a show before, then what we get together. We have a lovely banter about spirituality. We also want to talk about astrology, we talk about energy, we talk about the tarot, we talk about numerology, and all these particular energies here to just welcome you on to having a lovely, happy, feel-good show. So no matter what problems or no matter what energy is out there you're going through, we have we try to have a very philosophical and positive input to this to help you guys maybe see things from a different perspective. That's what we try to do here. And it is a true perspective. So we like to think here we're not just making up stories. It is genuine energy that we see here and sometimes just to help reframe things. Maybe look at things around a different way. And also to give you support in dealing with things or energizing things, starting something, getting new phases. It's interesting here we think about starting something. We're not too far away from a new moon. A new moon, and I know you're going to talk to us all about that. You're itching to say, "Oh, we've got a new moon." Yes, it's all about this. We've got loads of people come on so far. Lovely to see you, people. We got 3 thumbs up. We got 2 hearts. We're not doing too bad here, and we've got Hui Lee who's joined us. and other people here, which I know you're watching out there, but please send us a hello. It'd be great to just welcome you onto the show here. If you've got any questions, start writing in. We just need your date of birth. We need a question, and we also need a colour. If you've got those details there, we can help you, and with that question there, we'll help to answer you there. Please don't write in more than one question, because otherwise it takes a little while. But we like to keep the pace moving. Keep you guys entertained out there. Okay. So, Guiomar, over to you. How's your week been?
My week's been very, very nice, actually. I mean, I'm really loving this quarantine time because I can really have nice, calm time with myself, which is really what I needed, because I would normally spend so much time just going from one place to another and doing things for my business, because I have a center, a therapy center. But I wouldn't be doing things for my project. You know, all the time I would spend being there, I wasn't using it to do my project, which has to do with communication. You know, it's like I'm writing a book, my second book. I'm creating a podcast. So all this is I'm able to do it now that I'm in this quarantine time, and like really feeling myself, and you know, seeing what the difference is from being outside and being inside, and that makes me feel more grounded in myself. So I'm enjoying it.
I'll tell you what, I totally agree with you. The only thing I found out here is, and you think that in quarantine time, that you've got plenty of time to do whatever you want to do. However, no, that's not quite the case, is it? Because the day just disappears before you even know it's... You think, what did I do today? What did I get done? And thinking, I must do that tomorrow, and that tomorrow, and that tomorrow. And then you get that day thinking, no, I didn't do that, that, and that. Crazy. But
that's very interesting, because we have this huge inertia that we've been going on like this for so many years of just, you know, doing. But what are you doing? Where are you doing it from? Where are you actually spending your time? It's like, now this quarantine period is really allowing ourselves to get in touch with that, you know, because It's like, okay, what have I been doing today? Yes. And I believe the key is to actually just realize that whatever you do in life, it doesn't matter what it is. Honestly, it doesn't matter what it is. All it matters is, where are you doing it from? Yes. So what is your inner feeling when you're doing something? Yes. And the key is very simple. You must be doing things from the heart. So if you do something from the heart, you're going to be connected to your essence. What's your essence? Your essence is this fuzzy feeling when you feel good about something. So it can be anything from joy to feeling butterflies to feeling elated. It's different for each person. Whatever your essence is, you're going to find it when you're connected to your heart. So now's a good time to find your essence, right? And whatever you do in life has to come from that space. Yes. Because if it doesn't come from that space, it comes from the mind. And when it comes from the mind, you start cramping up and you start going in like this spiral, monkey mind, and going, I gotta do. And whatever comes from there, it's going to have like a more negative charge, and it's going to attract more negativity. Whereas if you do something from your heart and your essence, it's just going to attract more of that. So, you know, it's kind of cool. And it's so simple. It really is.
And other people fear this stuff, don't they? They fear actually working from the heart. They got so used to working from the head that to change into the heart, it's in a sense, when you're working from the heart, it's a way of letting go. Is let go of that, and that's the fear sometimes. And we got people coming in with questions. That's absolutely fabulous. That's Laura, Watts, lovely to see you this morning. And Susanna, lovely to see you. Yes, it gives people a chance to discover and love yourself. Susanna, that's absolutely lovely. So when you start working from your essence, that's a lovely way of describing that. Beautiful.
Yeah, and right now, since for many people, like there's no other choice right now. It's like you can't go to your job. You can't do many things. Some people can't even work. So, you know, there's only one thing left, you know, let go of that and start connecting with your heart, because you have nothing else to do.
Yes.
Like that's the best choice.
It's the best choice. And often when I think what I say to people is, don't forget this time when we've gone through this time, we come to being unlocked, so to speak. That's not unlocked from up there. It's just unlocked from your doors. Exactly. I think it's what's important here. I think is the big thing is don't forget what you've developed during this wonderful time of being locked down, because physically you were being told to rest, but in your heart was free to just go wherever it wanted to go and be where it wanted to be, to discover that essence and feel that growth within yourself. Don't forget this. Don't forget this time. It can be very rewarding.
Exactly. So the paradox is that the lockdown is actually, on the one side, being able to see how locked up we were really before, like in that monkey mind and in stress all the time. And then how that actually you can find your own freedom in lockdown. Which is, I mean, to be honest, when people do a Vipassana retreat, or even when they're confined, like in jail or in a hospital bed or whatever, or because for whatever reason they have to stay, that's how their freedom, it's when you don't have it, not because you say, oh my God, I can't go outside and do whatever I want. No, it's because you realize how much you weren't free before.
Very true.
And how you can be free without having anything around you.
Very true. Very true. So you're saying about jail, that's where I used to work many years ago, and a lot of prisoners in there, and sometimes we always think of prisoners being very bad people. Okay, well, there's certain accidents that happen in life, which although may have been a fault, weren't necessarily something that it could happen to any of us, or people have a mad 5 minutes, or something's just gone wrong. But a lot of people actually met in jail, they actually rediscovered themselves and got educated, and they rediscovered themselves and actually realised that what they were doing in their lives was completely wrong in a previous path. Meeting people, listening to people, and it's often a place where people awaken. They really do. Exactly.
And by the way, that you're Pisces, right?
Pisces rising. Pisces rising. Capricorn, Pisces rising.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're Pisces rising. So Pisces energy is about that. So archetypically, one of the things it represents are jails and confinement.
Yeah.
But the essence of this energy is saying, okay, so now that everything's finished, now that everything is put into place, now that you've achieved everything you've wanted to, you've reached your goals, you've went out there, okay, now go inside. And now what's going on? What do you have? What's left? What do you need to close up? What do you need to let go of? Definitely. What do you, because you can't solve every single problem. Sometimes Pisces wants to be there for everybody and solve everybody's problem. And that's not the way to go. You just have to see it and have compassion for it. And the key to letting go is just making the decision of letting go and understanding that's how it should have been. So that closing up that Pisces represents allows you to get in touch with the fact that you don't have to finish things up. You just have to let it go and accept as it was and give thanks for what it gave you. There's no need to finish things. Just recognize and acknowledge what it gave you, what the gift. That's a
very, very interesting statement you bring up there, because myself and my wife were having this conversation this morning about this work and how it's helping us to evolve and really feel the essence of life, and how we're having to define it and make it clearer. And one of the things we say, we thoroughly enjoy this show, and I know the feedback that comes back in and says, which are really grateful to you guys, how much you like it, and how much we want to keep this going. And yes, so it's lovely to see you. We've got 12 hearts, we've got 8 thumbs up, and we've got one laugh. Well, we've got a bit of humour here somewhere. I don't know where it is, somewhere around here. Anyway, either we ought to do this to you guys and say good morning. Good morning, and anything else here? Let's. Oh yes. This show has this little bit of a melody to it. They're supposed to be out of space. They're supposed to be something out of space. Anyway, it's supposed to create a little bit of funniness. Yes.
I think sorry. Too far away, Phil.
Anyway, right, okay, so let's get our little show on the road here, shall we? So first of all, let's talk about a bit of numerology for the day, and then let's talk about astrology for how the week's going to go there. So we're at the 15th of April in the year 2020, and the energy day adds up to 145. The 145, the one is about, hey, guys, what we need to do is our personality number here is to take control. Take control. Be in your own power. We were talking a little bit about this. About being your essence, working from your heart. And this really is listening now to where you're working from yourself. The 4 part here is very interesting. That's about whatever foundation you're creating now, stick to it. Stick to it. You're creating a foundation, which is good. The 5 can bring out a new business success. Whatever you're doing, you're starting off now and you're creating here. This is a good energy. Very good energy. We'll grab a little bit of... Oh, there it is. Sorry, back. And yeah, so this is what we want to go and do. We want to build up that loveliness, that lovely energy there. Okay, and also here, 5 energies are about freedom, expressing yourself. It's sometimes finding the way out of problems that no one else can. And when you've got a 5 days, like no matter what you're facing up against, keep trying, keep going, because you're going to find it. And often, if you think you're in a sticky situation, well, you're probably not. You're probably not. You'll probably find here you're like the bar of soap in the bath. And every time you try to grab the bar of soap, which is you, no one can grab it. No one can grab it. It always pings out somewhere. Flies across the bathroom floor. In other words here, this is a great day to example yourself here, to say here, find the way where you can get out of little, if you go through a problem day, find the solution. You can find it. You can find it. This 145 energy is about that. Find it, exploring that freedom there, and enjoying company of others, and enjoy inventing new creative ideas. It's all there, guys. It's all there. And I think we need to have a bit of an astrology input to this lovely energy as well. Let's see where we're going. Okay. Guiomar, over to you.
So the energies today are very much in alignment with the first question we're going to ask. We had, I don't have her name right here right now, but
Guiomar.
Yeah, her question is very much in alignment with today's energy. So let's see also what happens with the rest of the questions that will come up. So right now we have like Neptune, which rules Pisces and is in Pisces. This is taking up a little bit on what I said before about the being in lockdown or being incarcerated and what that means to us. So Neptune in Pisces is like it's like a huge benefactor for us, and Neptune takes a long time to go through a sign. So it takes how many years? I think it was, oh my God, I can't remember now. Was it 12 years or?
Yes, at least 12 years, 12 to 14 years to go through a sign, and to go around the zodiac in a lifetime, you won't live that long.
No.
Sorry about that.
So the thing is, since it goes so slow, it's there for a long, long time, and we can really just, get the benefits of it and learn a lot from it. So right now it's like about a little bit more than halfway through the sign of Pisces.
Yes.
And it's been like helping us connect to our spirituality for the last, 7 years or so. And thanks to that, all these humongous changes that we're going through are much softer, because Neptune in Pisces is just reminding us that we're all together, we're all connected, we are all spiritual beings in physical body.
Yes.
And right now it has no aspect, which means it's working pure. So when it has no little lines to it, it's pure. So right now we have a pure Pisces energy, beautiful Pisces energy. Pisces energy is not fully understood normally, because if you know somebody Pisces, then you'd understand it's like, I don't understand this person. She or he's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's a difficult energy to grasp. And the way Pisces has been understood or dealt with or categorized is not beneficial to people who are Pisces. So people who are Pisces are very much connected to everything and to other dimensions.
Yes.
At some level of them, I mean, they can be the most mathematical minded person that you can imagine. They can be very scientific, very 3D orientated, but there's always a part of them that understands everything, that understands the universe, that can grasp any kind of concept, because they are in contact with everything. And to be in contact with everything can be very confusing, because you have if you weren't taught properly how to digest this energy, you have no filters. And if you have no filters, you just might, just polarize the other way to Virgo, which is control, 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 control.
Yes.
Another thing that happens to Pisces is that instead of that, they go to the previous sign, which is Aquarius. So they start just, sacrificing themselves for everybody. What can I do for you? What can I give to you? And they're in love with everybody and they help everybody. So they're beautiful souls in that sense. But for Pisces to look at the past, it's not serving its purpose.
No.
Pisces is like that 0 point that's previous, like that creative void previous to a new beginning.
Yeah.
So in Pisces energy is the new beginning, right? And that has a lot to do with the astrology of today,
Yes.
as Phil was saying, with the action. So there's also that, like, there's a sextile between Mars and Venus, which is indicating like it's get down and do things with your hands. Also that Venus is in Gemini, get down and do things, be practical, plan or do something with your hands and move forward, because the way to move that Pisces energy is forward is to understand that, look, Pisces is like, imagine a frat party in the States, and then you got all these youngsters drinking, having fun, listening to music, dancing and whatever. And so Pisces would be this person that, it's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Most people have gone. There's some drunk guy sitting in the couch or half sleeping. And Pisces is the person who's there to pick everybody up, send them home, take the drunk guy to the bathroom, clean the party up. And it's like, look, dude, that's not your mission. The mission is not to feel responsible for the last person that is there and to clean everything up, because Pisces has this vocation of being like the cleaner of the horoscope, but that's not Pisces' ultimate destiny. What Pisces has to do is to realize, it's okay, that's fine. That's what they did. That was their choice. That was their experience. Do you still want to be part of that experience? Choose. No, then turn around. Get down in your hands. Do something. Get people moving and go towards the future. Go into action, which is Aries. That's Pisces' destiny. Yeah. Pisces is an organizer, is somebody who is able to see everybody and said, hey guys, let's go. So Pisces energy is about, this model, this situation, this way of life. It serves no purpose anymore because you can't get more experience out of it. So now it's time to withdraw, to go inside, to be with you, to just rinse off anything that you have left over from the past. And right now we have like the South Node is conjunct the Moon and Saturn and the beginning of Aquarius. The beginning of Aquarius is very patriarchal. Then you have Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn conjunct. So it's all about, the past, that part. And then you have the other part, which is all the Lilith, Chiron, Mercury, Sun, and Aries, which is the future. And Neptune is like there in the middle saying, hey guys, do you want to close the doors now? Just, clean yourself off. Whenever you have lots of stuff in Pisces, just rinse it off, clean it off, put it in the washer, which means, just clear out the debris. You don't even have to think about things. Don't think about things. Pisces doesn't think about things. Pisces just feels and lets go and says, okay, that was good. It was a good experience. Oh, but it's halfway. No, it's halfway in that old pattern. I don't care if there's something that you left behind in the patriarchal mindset. Say, no, I forgot to leave that report on my desk. So what? That report isn't going to serve anymore. Just leave it. Let it go. That's the key to today.
You know what I think? That's absolutely phenomenal speech you gave there. Absolutely brilliant. I think so many people have come back and resonated with that. And I, for one, being Pisces rising, absolutely resonate with it. And I can really feel that this particular time period, I've never felt so more in an alignment than for years. Yep. And it's so special this time we're going through now. And I love every morning I get up. And every day I'm serving at the moment and doing the Capricorn bit of doing work, but the Pisces bit of just, I just love feeling. I know there's loads of bits and pieces I've got to go and do out there, but I just love the energy of feeling what's going on, the spirituality and awakening ourselves to ourselves. That's the biggest point here. I really feel is tuning with this energy. And now's a good day to do it. That 1-4-5 energy, the one is be you. Be you.
And here's some, Susanna says, fear always holds many back. will always hold many back. Others will make the best of the situation, and many believe it's partly divine intervention. Yes, but for those, sometimes we hold on to others. It's like, oh my God, I know all these people that are, doing okay. They're connecting with they're being in
Yes.
alignment. Blah, blah. But what about those? I feel sorry for those. That's the
Yes.
Pisces energy I'm talking about. Forget about them. I know it sounds like, what? I can't forget about them? No, you're not going to do anything good for them if you're like, oh, I feel sorry for them. What you're doing when you do that is you're actually demeaning them, and you're supposing that they're not going to be able to make it through.
Oh
And
yes, so yes, yes,
that's not
Grace.
helping you either. So it's saying, okay, wow, I see people are suffering. I trust that they're going to make it, as I'm going to make it, and as everybody else is going to make it, and each person's going to make it the way they have to make it, according to their soul plan. So there's no need to be like, oh, worrying about that person, Wow. So yeah, I think that's important.
I think it's very important. I think the other point here as well, with everything going on in Capricorn and Aries and over in Gemini with Venus up there, Mars and Saturn going into Aquarius, is now is the time to recognise, to stop self-sabotaging ourselves. Stop it. Focus on yourself here and do the opposite, which is to build, to love, to take your own power. That'd be fantastic. Shakira,
Yeah.
hello, very good morning to you. And Shakira says, exactly. Thank you, Shakira.
Because when you're connected with yourself, that's the way that you can actually influence the most people. Look, there's this guy called David Hawkins, Dr. David Hawkins.
Yeah.
He's an American kinesiologist.
Yes.
He passed away about 10 years ago, I think. But he has this book called Power versus Force. And it has an algorithmic scale of different emotions. And basically what this says, that if you're resonating in guilt and shame, then you're taking away energy from life and from society. If you're resonating in emotions like fear, sadness, anger, pride, and things like that, you're taking away energy from other people.
Yes.
If you're resonating in courage, which is being in you and making yourself accountable of your own emotions, then you're neutral. And from then onwards, something magical happens. So when you're resonating higher, like in willingness, peace, joy, neutrality, etc., your energy is actually giving to society.
Yes.
And such is so that back when he did the measurements, which I don't know, when maybe it was 30, 40, 50 years ago, the mean of the planet was 225, when courage is 200. So the entire planet was above the level of courage just by those few people who are actually resonating higher than courage.
Wow.
So just to give you an idea, people who
Yes.
resonate in willingness and be having a disposition to just be there for others, but from inside them, not from like my mind inside yours, right? So just in the disposition to be there for whatever source wants you to do. Those people resonate at 350 according to his scale, and their influence is over, I think it was 90,000 people.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Influences 90,000 people.
It's
And people
lovely,
who are
isn't it?
with
Yes.
enlightenment, people who are enlightened, their influence is over 70 million people. One person, 70 million people.
And when you think about this here, it's such a positive attitude, if you call it like this, positive attitude is more infectious than any virus.
Yes. Way more.
Way above. And just think here, I mean, guys, we're on the show this morning. We talk about positivity. How are you guys feeling? Have you experienced positivity in your own selves that's come up? And Susanna, it's always lovely to have you on the show because you give so much input into this, and it's lovely to read your comments there. It says daily animation first thing in the morning can set your day. So there we go, setting an affirmation, I think, there as well. I think we're all saying here. And you get up in the morning and you're going to do this. I mean, one of the things I like doing, like going out with my dog, and because no one can see me, and I'm quite happy to do this, is I do a lot of EFT, and I just draw in what I want to draw in, how I want my day to go. And when you're in your own power, is it lovely to say, this is the way I want my day to go? This is how I'm going to feel. So no matter what gets in your way, you don't let that overwhelm you. You just allow it to go away somewhere else. But you build on what you want to bring into your life here, and you can do it. Who says we can't have a life of being happy? We can. It's a choice. It's a choice. And listening to Lara in our group, she was saying here about choices. We have the opportunity to make choices. We can. And rather than just responding to everything else, but we can focus on ourselves, harness our energy, harness our spiritual energy up and down, rather than going across to everybody else. And we're finally connected with ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, Phil, I just saw somebody says, "Oh, I am a Leo. What about me?" And I think it's funny that she mentions that the fact that Leo, because the person we're going to see first is a Leo,
Yeah.
and also because Leo energy has a lot to do with Pisces. So from my perspective, from the type of astrology I do, I want to say first the Pisces part and then the Leo part. Okay. So the Pisces thing is, so when Pisces goes out of balance and entertains all his energy into Aquarius, into taking care of everybody else, Pisces will feel drained and suddenly will feel like, okay, I'm lost, I'm floating, I'm going to get lost. So the mechanism that Pisces is going to use to get grounded back in is, okay, it's actually Leo energy, because the quincunx,
Yes.
in English, I can't say it in English. I'm Spanish, sorry guys. So the quincunx aspect that previous to Pisces is Leo, which means that the how do you say this? The way when Pisces gets out of balance, it goes to Leo, which means
right. Yes.
Pisces suddenly goes like, starts doing something to, starts yelling, starts drawing attention, starts doing something to say, everybody, look at me, I'm here. When Pisces gets to that stage, it's because they're feeling lost, and they're feeling lost because they've sucked too much energy from everybody else. What kind of energy? Dense energy. So you're not supposed to do that. Okay. Mm-mm. That's the Pisces part of Leo. So now to Leo. So Leo's precisely the energy that this year has to realize. Like, where are you focusing on that you're getting frustrated? So observe the energy of frustration in your body, okay? Because Leo has, the previous sign is Cancer. Yes. And Cancer is all about, I want to belong, I want to belong, I want to belong. So a true Leo is like, here I am and here you are. But what happens normally with Leos is, look at me. But look at me is, I want to belong mode for Leo. So that's Leo working as, in its younger version.
Yes.
It's the mature version of the mature energy of Leo. So what happens this year is that Leo has to really figure out and observe this immature energy in him or her, which is like, I want to belong, I want to be seen. But the way they're really going to see it, because it's difficult for a Leo to acknowledge that they want to be seen, because it's like so ingrained in the Leo energy that they don't realize that they're really wanting to be seen more than most people. But it's okay, because they have this shiny energy. So that's what they're supposed to do, yes. But not to be seen, but to shine and show, which is different. Anyway, so Leo can get stuck this year. It's going to be very obvious, because when Leo says, okay, I want to do something, and it has to come out this way, and it has to come out this way, and it has to come out this way, and it won't come out that way, it's because, okay, Leo, that's the old way. Then all you have to do is like, oh, I'm feeling frustrated. Okay, that's a sign that I don't have to feed that venue anymore. I'm going to look somewhere else, turn around. That's it.
Very, very interesting. And it's interesting because your type of astrology is very much what I was taught, and but a London School of Astrology. And basically, if you're harmonizing in your right sign, say for instance, you're Aries, and you're focusing on being an Arian, fantastic. Your life is probably going the right way it should be. If we're not focusing on Aries, we tend to do the opposite, and we go over to Libra, and we start acting out Libra qualities, which is the negative of Aries. When you start doing that, everything, you lose your power, is going out of balance, is going everywhere. So when you're in your sign, be your sign. Sorry.
And in Aries, when Aries falls out of balance, the sign before Libra, which is the king I can't say the word, 150 degrees as previous, is Virgo. So when Aries gets out of balance, it starts being fearful, Pisces, and goes into guilt mode and to obsessive mode, telling
yes.
everybody what to do.
Yes.
That's the sign of the imbalance.
Yes.
The previous sign and the sign opposite the previous.
Sign opposite, yes. I'm a Libra, very sensitive, dealing constantly with duality, but my blessing is to trust divine plan, to feel blessed and to know that everything is perfect. And parental plans are what we are experimenting and being very grateful. That saves me. Wasn't that lovely? Thank you very much, Shakira. That's a lovely message there. Lovely, lovely. Susanna says that she's a Leo ascending sign. Okay, so we've got expression coming out there. So as you walk out your door, your front door, your personality is being shown the Leo. Here I am. I'm dressed up. I'm ready to go. I'm looking good there. For me, Pisces, out the door. Now, did I get my keys? Have I got everything on me? Yes, just check. Still trying to look for it.
Yeah. But look where Leo goes off balance. Not only because it's stuck looking at the past, but then Capricorn is in front of Cancer, yes. Right? So King Kunks is Capricorn, and which means that I'm the authority. I want to do things my way. This has to be my way. And that's where Leo goes out of balance, when Leo wants things to be done his or her own way.
Yes. It's better for Leo, I think, if they're in a line where they do something, but everybody supports what they're doing. You're so right. You're so right.
No, that's not right.
I know. I'm teasing.
To shine and help people shine.
Shine and help people shine. Yes, Madonna. There you go. There's a Leo.
I think a great example of Leo is Mick Jagger.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
If you go to a Mick Jagger, like a Rolling Stone concerts nowadays, it's pure joy. Leo is in this lifetime. Leo people normally happen when last lifetime there was a lot of Capricorn energy. So there's a big Capricorn inertia and the low Capricorn, which is like being serious, patriarchy, authority, and all that stuff. And I have to obey. I have to do things right. I have to do. That's the low Capricorn energy. So Leo happens when in a previous lifetime you did a lot of Capricorn. So now this time it's like, hey, you gotta learn to play, to have fun, to be like a child, to radiate your energy.
Absolutely. What a lovely energy. Yes. Yes, and it's
and that's
playful.
That's Rolling Stones. If you go to their concerts nowadays, it's pure joy, pure just happiness, and it's so enlightening.
And we can learn from Leos, can't we? Because it's that joy that lets go of so much stress, so much worry, and so many other things. Yes.
Exactly, because the fire burns all the crap out.
Yes. So anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the conversation so far. We're having a great time here. We love all your comments. So we're probably doing something quite right. Just very, very, very good morning to you. And let's say if you've just got up this morning, this is just for you. We love to do a bit of entertainment here. Anyway, right, okay. So let's start first of all by cracking on with some of your questions here, which are coming through. And the first lady here is called Rukma, and she was born on the 26th of 7th, 1976. And she's saying that she's going through a lot of personal change in her life here, but she really needs some direction, needs some help here, and she feels like she's been banging her head against a brick wall. So we're just, as you're saying, we talk about Leos and this energy of bang, bang, bang. Can't do the same old. Can't do the same old, the same old, same old. Got to do it differently. Where am I going? What am I doing here? And it's interesting here because your life path this year is where you're 235, Rukbar, a 235, which is very much about freedom, looking for freedom, the need for balance here, a need for balance and to find freedom. The reason why I'm saying balance here, because your two part here is about need to get that, okay, where am I with me? Where am I with me? And it's getting everything into an alignment here, because you're focusing on everybody else and keeping everyone else happy. That's not you. That's so not you here. And your heart number, especially through this particular time here, which is a 3, is saying, yeah, I want freedom. I want freedom. I want to express myself. But there's this feeling here, the 2 here says, yes, but I've got to keep balance. I've got to keep everything in order. No. This is what the energies are actually helping you to do here is focus on this lovely 5 energy, which says here, sometimes things in my life here don't always work to a plan that they used to work to. And this year is a plan where things won't work if they whatever plan they were before. We went through 2019, and that was a year of endings. Year of endings, and this is coming up to a year of new beginnings, and it's not just beginnings, it's complete change complete change. So we are coming into a very powerful time. You're in a personal year 1. Okay, now we've got a bit of sunlight here, hence I look like I'm just glowing, like, yeah, I've just been microwaved. Yeah. I'm glowing, I've got an aura around me.
It's the divine inspiration, Phil.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's it. There's something in me just lifted. Anyway, so personal year 1. So this really comes down to, okay, whatever you're doing is not down to other people. It's down to you. It's down to you, what you want, where you're going to go here. Your life destiny card, which you've chosen here already, is a Hierophant. Is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant here is, sometimes here we're having to take power. We are power, and sometimes not giving that power away, but harnessing it for yourself. So sometimes you're not the person who's bending towards other people. You're the person who's standing strong in the ground saying, right, I've got to make my own decisions here. Your personal year card this year is the Magician. So the Magician, now that's interesting here, because the Magician is a very powerful card, working with the Hierophant here. Hierophant here says standing in your own power, learning for yourself, grounding yourself, taking a powerful deep breath in and saying, right, I've got to look after me, and accepting that sometimes here things don't work. Old plans go. So yes, you're going through this enormous change, but it's about going ahead with change, not resisting it and staying back in the past. That won't work. That won't work here. What I was saying, we suggest it won't work. The Magician card here, now be careful what you wish for, because the Magician card is a very powerful energy. Because you can say, I wish for, and if we're not clear with what our wishes are, we end up with all sorts on our plate. It's a bit like saying here, I'd just like to get a little plate of bits of this and bits of that and bits of that and bits of this. And also the plate is enormous because it's got too many bits. So we've got to be careful what we're wishing for. We've got to be careful what we're looking for. But what your cards are asking you to do is to take power, take a purpose. The Magician is about starting a new plan, starting a new year, and accepting, hey guys, this is where I've got to go. If it doesn't fit with everybody else because I tried to work things out here, then it's not going to work. And that's where we go. That's where we've got to go. And we've got to look at this. And, right, okay, it's almost asking here is, with the Magician and his personal year 1, what can you manifest for you? In this though, Rugmar, you've got to be very honest with yourself, because you've already said here you're going through change and that you can't do the old. So in respect here, we need to let go of the old.
Yes. Absolutely.
Rugmar,
yeah.
off you go.
It's an interesting chart.
Guiomar, off you go. Sorry. Yes.
It's an interesting chart because, I mean, everything we've set up to now, Rugmar,
yeah.
If I pronounced it right, is everything I said about Pisces, everything I said about Leo, it all applies to you, okay? It's an interesting chart. You have a T-square, so whenever there's a T-square and then a few other blue lines, but the T-square are like these red lines that go like this, and it's like an energy circuit that just like very strong, no? And
yes.
People have a T-square and that don't have a lot of other aspects get like overpowered by that T-square because it like runs everything in their lives.
Yes.
And it gives a lot of energy. So there is a good side to this, that if you use that energy, it can be very creative, and it's very good like for somebody with an entrepreneurial spirit that can, create businesses and do all sorts of stuff, right? So that's T-square has to do, okay, you're a sun in Leo, the sun is with Saturn. Saturn has to do with patriarchy, but it's also consciousness. So the way to release that T-square is through being aware, through being conscious, through owning. Saturn is also in Leo, so it's basically through connecting to your heart, to your essence, to what you really are, which is what we said before. And differentiate that from what all your conditioning has been. You said, I think you're from Holland, is that right?
Yes, from Holland, yes.
Okay, so it's curious because like Dutch people, we sort of have this image of Dutch people being very free, very liberal, and if you really deeply think about it, everything that every image that a country gives out about themselves is not true. It's actually the whole opposite. For example, Spanish people have the fame of siesta and fiesta, and we're actually the people that worst like work the most hours throughout the week than any other European country. So there's a lot of paradoxes, and this is what happens with Holland. The Netherlands. The Netherlands are supposed to be very liberal. They're actually not. They're very, very heavy in patriarchal, mental and like mentally, their mental structures
Yep.
are very heavy in patriarchy, and they are very, very much as a culture in the mind, and it's very difficult for Dutch people to really connect with their hearts. And your chart clearly talks about the same themes, so it's no wonder that you were born there. So the thing is, this chart also talks about, it's got that T-square has Uranus, which is all about breaking free. But Uranus is in Scorpio, so to break free, you have to release the past, the traumatic past, which we all
Yes.
our bodies
Yes.
there, no?
Yes.
Some people more than others. You have Lilith with Chiron, which is about rewriting the past. What is this about rewriting the past? Rewriting the past means that when you see the past from one perspective, you can see it like unfinished, like what I was saying before. It's like, no, but wait, I have to go back and finish that writing. But when you change your point of view, when you become more aware, when you do a leap in consciousness, suddenly you see that, and it just doesn't make any sense to finish that.
Yes.
So that's a bit one of the keys to here. And the most important thing, your moon is in Cancer, and Cancer, the moon in Cancer says, oh, but I love the past. I love the cookies that my mom used to bake when I was little.
Yes.
And this moon is connected to Jupiter in a sextile, in a sextile or semi-sextile, sextile. And Jupiter, what it does, it says, okay, let's get a magnifying glass and let's look at those cookies. Oh my God, they're the size of a pizza. I love those cookies. So it's all about, I want to stay in the past. And then Leo, of course, what I said before, it has this like inertia to go to the past and stay in the Cancer Capricorn axis and say, no, I love the past. I love patriarchy. I love authority. And it's like, no, that's not going to work. And the thing is, why is there that stickiness towards the past? Why do you like that cookie basket? It's because you haven't realized that what's fueling all of that and what's fueling a lot of your entrepreneurial spirit is the emotion of hate. So Cancer energy is associated to loving moms and love, but it actually is also in patriarchy the energy of hate, because Cancer has to do with this overprotective mom. But what is an overprotective mom? I want to protect you, my child, from everything out there which is evil, which I hate.
Oh, yes.
A lot of times what mom hates is dad. A lot of times with the Cancer moon, mom hates dad. So there's this very strange message, and it makes it more difficult to go out into the world, and you associate hate and love, and it's kind of confusing. So you want to stick with things you hate because you think you love them.
Yes.
Which is kind of weird. So what you have to realize is that hate energy is not a bad thing, but what hate energy is actually asking for, whenever you feel hate, it feels like this churning here in the third chakra and in the stomach area, and it's like this kind of energy like that.
Oh,
so
I love
when
this.
you feel kind of energy, that's hate, right?
Yeah.
And that is asking you to is create a space for yourself, which is what your mom didn't have. So hate energy says create your own space. Inhabit first your own body. So stop thinking about everybody else and then create your space, which could be make your house better, or which could be make your own business. But you need your own space. So if you create your own space, you'll be able to let go and let your sun flourish in that space and burn off whatever's left of patriarchy.
That is so fascinating. And actually, when you talk about the moon in Cancer, a lot of people you say about hate, it's a very interesting thing. And I was doing a lot of reading on a lot of old astrology books. And the moon at 24 degrees of Cancer is notorious for people who reign in hate.
At 24.
24 degrees of Cancer. Yes, a lot of people.
She has 23 degrees 55 minutes, which is like
you're 5 minutes away. Don't worry about that. But it
That's
brings
yours.
that 5 minutes there is a fair bit. But 24 degrees of Cancer, notorious killers or murderers or people who've done horrible things have got moon at 24 degrees of Cancer.
Yeah,
Did you go to history with people?
which doesn't mean that that's your reality. It means that your body is in contact with that resonance. So you
Yes.
can feel that. That's like forms part of your past. You know, if you probably had some murder in your family, which is fine. Like we all have like all sorts of horrible stuff in our families. So it's not a question of judging that. It's a question of understanding that that energy inhabits you. And if we reject it, whatever we reject, it persists. But
Yes.
if we actually own it and understand it, then we can transmute it and turn it into a creative, productive energy. And that's what it's about. If we understand hate, we understand it's pure productivity.
And what's it hating? What is it hating? That's understanding all that. What's it hating? Where are we going? Brilliant. Okay, we're going to move on. We have to move on because we've got quite a few people this morning who have joined us. And just say good morning to you all. There's we've got 32 thumbs up. We've got 91 hearts. My goodness, you must be liking this. Thank you very, very much. And we've got 3 laughs. So, we're going up the laughter scale. So it's nice. We must be amusing everybody. Good morning, Shanina. Good morning, Shanina. If you want to go to a vegan restaurant, everybody, go to the Trebus restaurant, which is Benito Chel in Spain. Beautiful vegan food there. And there's been this Cherry. Hello. Good morning, Cherry. Good morning, Cherry. Very nice to welcome you to the show. And Shakira, yes, we just said hello to you earlier. Lovely, lovely to welcome you. And Taz, hello, good morning. And also to Natalie and to everybody else who's come in on the show. This is Cafe Clairvoyance. We're live this morning. This is my good friend Guiomar. She's over there in Javia in Spain, which is about 5-10 miles away from me. And we're doing live sessions here. We do live sessions on numerology, mediumship, clairvoyance, and the tarot cards, and also using astrology. So, and master astrology here. Absolutely brilliant. Really good, really good. Lovely to have you on the show. And hope you guys are joining out there. Give it a thumbs up if you have a happy day, or a heart if you're loving your day. Yes. And I think we need to say here, or else we say that. Let's give a little round of applause to you people. We've got thumbs up, we've got hearts, we've got more hearts and more hearts and more hearts. We've got 98 hearts. My country people must be in love today. What's going on? Is there love energy out there? Free love. Free love. Okay.
It's Neptune. Neptune's on its own. Neptune is high love.
Oh, hot love, baby.
It's working.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay, we've got, let's see where we're going now. We've got, let's have a look here. We
have a dance. 7th March. Very true. Oh, no. She didn't ask a question. Sorry.
Okay, we've got Laura. Laura, who's, okay, let's have a look here. She's the born on the 16th of the 5th, 1985. Just to give you a little details there. 16th of the 5th, 1985. And which she's, okay, so numerology here, you're a 448. Ooh. Wow, we don't often get 448. Now, let's look at this here. So, you've got a personal year 7. Good morning, Preely. Good morning, Preely. A personal year 7. And you've got, let's have a look at this here. Now, your 4-4 here, 44s, 11s, 22s, 33s, and 44s are all very, very unique energy numbers where numerology is concerned. So, just introducing numerology here to you here. And your first 4 here is working on how your personality is. So what you're out there set to go and do is to create something to do with the structure, a base, or something that looks pretty solid, or something which is tangible for you to put your hands to say here, this is my life, I resonate with this. You need around you very genuine people. The more genuine you are, then the better they are. Then fantastic. You feel you're in a state of reality. You need a reality here. Your heart number is also a 4. So the pair of them need to be working in balance. But with this, you can create a very, very strong life if you follow the path of yourself. Now, this is interesting here. The path of yourself. What's all this all about? Well, your number here is an 8. And with an 8 is about power. But it's about power that you either, for 8s, they're either people who are going to use the power or they give it away to everybody else. And so this is what we need to work on. So, Shalina, we've got your message there. We'll just come back to you in a minute. So this is very much about getting this power right, getting this balance right. However, people, in many respects here, what's your purpose? Because sometimes here, you're so out there. You're in a personal year 7. So in some respects here, just like this lockdown we're going through at the minute, it's a bit of a retreat. But it's not a retreat in to say, oh, that means I'm not going to do well. No, it doesn't mean that at all. You're going in to do a lot of self-discovery, a lot of healing. It's like in some respects here, your 4s have taken on the pains of the world, the pains of people, the pains of energy. And we need to go back in and just heal ourselves. Because I understand where we're going here. And often we find here that 7s always come out to be very successful people because they go back and listen to themselves. Your destiny card is strength. Now that's interesting here. So you're going back into yourself to make yourself stronger, to be bigger, to be happier, to be bolder there. And your personal year card is the Chariot. Travel. So it's about change. So you're going into yourself to go and treat, to heal, to figure out where I'm going here. You're in a card of strength. Says here, I've got to really think about what I'm doing and where I'm going that's going to make me strong. It is also about travel here. And I don't know why, but I want to say France to you. If Laura, if France means anything to you, then that's absolutely fabulous. Or there is a need to go there. But that'd be interesting to see if you come back in, give us a little bit of a answer there. Also here with these energies, I would say that, look at these cards here. I think this is, really is working on focusing on you, on your strength, on your purpose and your energy and where you're going. So that's a bit of numerology there. Okay. How are we doing now on the astrology there, Guiomar?
Well, so the date is 16th of May, 1985, right?
Yep.
Okay. So Laura is a sun in Taurus and moon in Aries. And the North Node is in Taurus also. Lilith, I'm going to explain what that means, of course. Lilith is it's an Aries, like the previous, we've had a lot of Lilith in Aries because Lilith is in Aries right now.
Yep.
And it's with Pluto and with Saturn. So, and the Sun. So when you have Lilith with Saturn, an aspect, and the Rukama also had this Lilith, what happens is that you're very over-identified with achieving things in the world and achieving recognition and being somebody who has success in life. But it's not so much about having success in life because there's like memories or cellular memories of lots of people who have failed, who have not been able to achieve success in life and who have actually overworked. So the thing is to realize that that is going to disconnect you from your heart and your essence, and your Lilith Sun needs to stop feeling the pressure. So here we are again with that pressure, with that energy of pressure, that energy of frustration, that energy of things like, I'm not coming out the way I like to. So whenever we find ourselves with this pressure energy, be mindful of how it feels in your body so you can identify it, because the quicker you identify it, the quicker it is to let go of it. And that Taurus Sun, can really be Taurus Sun when it gets like, no, but I want to go that way because it's so difficult to concentrate that when I manage to concentrate, I think I know I want to go that way. But that's the kind of energy you don't want to resonate with because it's not going to happen from there. And with that South Node in Scorpio, there's a very codependent relationship to other people, like to people in your business, to people at home, and like always expecting for others to answer the way you want them to. And this chart is more about, with that Lilith in Aries and that North Node in Taurus, it's, go solo, do it on your own, learn to trust yourself and learn to take time, because to go from that patriarchal mindset and with that Lilith in Capricorn, it's like, this is not going to be fast for you. Just everything's going to go slow, but everything will go, because the true path to awareness is not a quick fix. It's not a fast thing. It's not an epiphany that just happens one day. That is not true. I was reading a post this morning on that. There's a Tony Robbins film. Yes. I haven't seen it, but a friend who's a psychologist posted a comment on it. And it was about, quick fix. things, and that doesn't occur. You can have an epiphany, but an epiphany is a result of a long, long time of working on yourself, of being with you, of coming back to you, of connecting to your body, of owning your essence. So that's the path. And then if you do that, then maybe one day you might get like an enlightenment. An enlightenment, basically what it is, I saw the other day, I saw a lovely video interview with Bruce Lipton.
Yes.
Check out his Facebook channel because it's there. I think it's also on his YouTube. And basically he says enlightenment is that feeling when you finally let go of the past and you go, oh, I feel lighter now. So that's like a very tangible, because you're Taurus and you like tangible. That's a very tangible definition of enlightenment. It's just
very much. Very much. Lovely, lovely. These, it's interesting what I say there, and the fours energy are very much about where we sometimes try too hard to make it perfect, to make it right. And your 8 is it's got to be right. It's got to be just so. And sometimes it's not going to work like that. Yeah. We're just going over the hour. We're going to carry on a couple more minutes, and we're just going to have a very quick look here, see what else we can come up with. And but thank you for all your letters, guys. You're all writing in all your stories here. Shinny says, "Thank you, guys. My collection not great, and the Aryan in me is about to break. Damn thing." Okay. I would like to know about, is it related to my work, April 13th? Okay. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We really have got ourselves right up to the... let's have a little look at Shanina. We'll do Shanina, and we'll do a little bit of roundup, and then we're going to tell you what's coming up next. Right. Shanina was born on the 13th of 4th, 1988. She's a 3-4. She's a 3-4-7. Personal year 3. Destiny card the Chariot. Personal card the Empress. And we're just coming to this in just a second. She's looking about where her Venus is in Gemini in the 8th house. Okay. Oh, Venus in Gemini in the 8th house. But it's going to be very much about you at the moment, because that's where Venus is going through at the moment. Having a little journey through Gemini. And, okay, Sheila says, Buenos dias, Phil and friend. Okay, this is Guiomar. Guiomar's just over there. Okay, so first of all here, your 3. Your 3 is learning. Your 3 is learning, and your 4 is about creating from that learning stability in your life here, and to find a philosophy from it. Find a philosophy to define yourself, to enjoy yourself through this. And your 7 is always going to be about what makes us feel good within ourselves, whether it's spirituality, food, which you're very good at there, and also here where your cave is. Sevens always think is like sevens having a wonderful cave somewhere where they can retreat, feel happy, and feel blessed with. And your destiny card is the Chariot, so it is going to be about travel, but it's not necessarily travel as a physical thing. It could also be travel about where you're going. Through your heart, through your mind, and where you're travelling out there. And this could be even with Mars going through Aquarius and Saturn going through Aquarius, building up social media and presence that way. Could also be through that way too. You'll also find here your personal year card is the Empress. Wow, Empress here. The Empress, lovely card here, because this is normally a card associated with motherhood. Motherhood, being mother, but it's also women in business. Women in business. So this is a big thing too. So for you, for business as a woman and yourself here with these energies here, and you're in a personal year 3 of learning and defining yourself, and you've got Venus going through Gemini. We're going to come on to that just a second. But yes, female power. You'll have the drive to plan to move things forwards this year. You really will do. Really will do. I think you just got to run with that energy. It's terrific. And I'll plus you over to Guiomar. Venus in the 8th house.
Yep. Yeah, so Janina, hi. And by the way, I saw your video on the reading of your poem, Native. Loved it. So if anybody...
fantastic. I'll have a look at that.
You can check out Janina Rubini. She's on YouTube. And if you don't know how it's spelled, it's with a Y, Y-A-N, Janina, Y-A-N-I-N-A. But you can see it in the comments. Yes. So she's there. Janina, say hi again so people see your name in the comments if you're there still. So the Venus and Gemini, it's I think it was Hypatia, the name of this astrologer and philosopher that belonged to I think in the Greeks, the time of the Greeks or the Romans or in Egypt, I can't remember right now. I saw a movie on her. It was fascinating. Spanish movie, but I think it went international. Satya was this wise woman who in the end was...
Your sound has just gone. Your sound,
My
boom.
sound.
Yes, just come back up. Just come back up.
Okay, because I didn't touch it. So Janina was this wise. It's interesting. Whenever there's like technical interferences, I pay very much attention to what I just said because I think that is very relevant. Okay,
I would blame Shanina. Shanina, is your fault.
So this wise woman, as I think it was Egypt, but she was Greek or something, Hypatia. So this wise woman, she was a philosopher, astrologer, and everything, and she got killed for exposing the way she thought and she viewed things. Okay, your chart, you're in Aries, you've got Mercury in Aries, but your moon is in Pisces and your north node is in Pisces. So that North Node is saying not to be too pushy on your message. It's saying to be more like having faith in your ability to see the future, to lead people to that future. There's also Lilith is in Leo, so that is about, bigger than life person who's there to lead others. But the leading is not from being forceful or pushy, because that would lead to the road. The worst part of Hypatia was she got killed for being pushy, right? So you can actually, so that cellular memory there might trigger like a doubt or a worry, or it might trigger like the lower vibration of Pisces, which is I'm worried about everything and everybody and where they're going towards. But as I said in the beginning of the show today, if we do that, we get stuck in the past and we don't move forward. And it's all about moving forward. And the way forward is a compassionate way forward with that North Node in Pisces. It's about
the chariot. Yes.
Yeah. It's really owning your message. It's really owning what you know. It's really about owning, because Lilith is also with Uranus there. And Lilith Uranus believes I have to serve the past because, Lilith and Uranus, I'm a step above everybody, but I feel to belong, I have to be serving, but I'm not really owning who I am if I'm serving others, thinking that, I have to adapt to what their vision is. So it's about owning your different view of things, owning who you really are different from everybody else. And just showing yourself in your weirdness, in your differentness, and not having any expectations on how you're being received. And then you're going to be able to own your Aries energy, your Lilith sun, your full Pisces, like moving forward energy and organizing people forward just by being purely you and not having any expectations and not seeing yourself different from anybody else. You're just different completely, as everybody else is different. And from there, you can turn into your own sun and spread your consciousness and your brightness to everybody else just by being you.
Fantastic. Sham and everybody out there, I hope that helped you guys here. Now, there's loads of you written in this morning, and we just haven't had time to get around to you all. But not a problem, because this is an ongoing energetic show. So we'll be back again. We're back in next Wednesday, same time, 11 o'clock. And also, I'll be live on Sunday evening at 7 o'clock doing Cafe Clairvoyance. And any details you want to look at there, anything you want, comments you want to leave behind, by all means do. Spread the word, share this video when it comes to the end there to your friends, and much appreciated through that. I'll also go leave the details of Guiomar's website and details if you want to contact her. That'd be it's always absolute pleasure having you on the show. Always is. I think it's a lovely energy. Always a lovely morning. Starts off my day off just right. And I want to say thank you to Deborah for all the running around in the background. She just said thank you and goodbye to everyone. Have a great day. She was running around, and she was also, just let you do here, she was working on, she's also a psychic as well, and she was working on your tarot cards and the energy cards with you guys. So, which has helped me flow through the day here and get the messages out there. And anything else needs to? Yes, Guiomar, have you got any shows coming up of your own things you want to share?
Have I any shows coming up? What's today?
Today is the 15th.
Yeah, next week in Spanish, on Tuesday, I'm going to do a show on the sign of Taurus, on the energies of Taurus. It's going to be in Spanish.
And you're going to be in Spanish. Okay, all right. So if you speak Spanish, it'd be a lovely show to go to. And you have to do one in English. Anyway, we'll catch up with you soon. Anyway, you guys, thank you very, very much. Guiomar, thank you very much. A lovely, lovely morning. Guys, we're going to continue with your numbers here coming on Sunday and next Wednesday. And if you want to think about your numbers there or a reading, we need your name, your date of birth here, a favourite colour, and your question. Is just 4 things. But in the meantime, now, thank you very much indeed. And guys out there, have a lovely, safe, warm day. Take care.
Thank you.